Every single year, the UK government gives you a chance to invest up to the tune of £20,000 tax-free. Yet millions out there don't take full advantage of this. At the same time, thousands of ISA millionaires are quietly being created across the UK. And no, they didn't get there by luck or leaving money in a basic standard savings account. They understood something the majority still overlook. The UK government built one of the most powerful wealth building systems for the ordinary people, and yet a huge amount of people are still sleeping on this. Now that is sad. Imagine you looking back in 10 years and realizing that you ignored one of the systems that help you grow money tax-free. Personally, I will be devastated, but the opportunity is now. Take that initiative, but stay glued to this because I'm about to unveil certain systems and structures you can implement to take you from one to the other, because that regret shouldn't be part of the story. Welcome to Yard Finance. Let me ask you something. Why are so many households financially behind when information is publicly available? I've actually been thinking about this, that why is that? Because the information is not hidden. It is publicized. For anyone who isn't clear what an ISA is an individual savings account. It's a tax-free savings account that help you to grow your wealth. Now, every year you have up to £20,000 across all your ISAs. There are different types of ISAs. We have the cash ISA, we have the stocks and shares ISA, and we have the lifetime ISAs. But one of the ISAs that has created ISA millionaires is a stocks and shares ISA. The cash ISA is great, it's awesome, but personally, I compared that to a high yield savings account, and I class that as part of a high yield savings account. The lifetime ISA, if you are above 40, is not for you. And if you have the option to have other ISAs comparable to a lifetime ISA, you may want to choose a lifetime ISA dependent on what your purpose is. So you want to save for retirement, great, choose your lifetime ISAs. If you also want to save towards a property, a first property, then by all means choose a lifetime ISAs. If you are above the age of 40, no, below the age of 40, do not have a property, still want to use that as part of one of your pension pots, then by all means go in for that, then it is great. But if you want to have flexibility, want to have the right access to your funds, want to be able to manage the funds as and when you want, then is a stocks and shares ISA. In these particular pots, this is where you select companies and ETFs to invest in, where real wealth is created and as part of the wealth classes that we have. I will be honest, I didn't really understand this until my late 20s. I wish someone had actually explained this to me earlier. But now information is everywhere. And if you didn't know what this is, today is an opportunity for you to be educated through Yard Finance. And so please stay glued to this. Once again, subscribe if you haven't done that already. Like and leave me a message. Send an email to yardfinance25@gmail.com. One way or the other, when it comes to financial freedom, literacy, and the journey to ascertain from your 9 to 5, sometimes you need someone to come along with that during that journey. And here I am availing myself. Let's talk about what many still do not understand. And here is where things get interesting, because a large number of people do not understand how the system works. And in this classification, I include both investors and non-investors. Now, let's take for an example. Not many providers gives flexible ISAs. Therefore, if you invest £10,000, say you invested £10,000 in January, and in May, you want to take £3,000 out of your investment. It is good, it's your entitlement. Now, with a flexible provider, I'm talking about a flexible ISA, you can still take the £3,000 back and you do not lose your allowance. But a provider that do not give you a flexible asset, that's a flexible ISA. If you take £3,000 out of your investment, that portion is gone. You can replace that money back, because at the end of the year, you are entitled to £20,000. And so if you are in an ISA that is not flexible and you take that 3,000 out, you've already invested £10,000. You take £3,000 out. You are still entitled to only £10,000 for the rest of the year. For a flexible provider, you can put in £13,000 and life goes on. And so this is so important when selecting your ISA providers. Don't get excited and just choose any ISA provider. There are a few providers that actually gives flexible ISAs. To me, if you are starting today, it's something you should be looking into. Let's talk about why this actually matters. And personally, I'll be bringing to you on this side, or probably that side, a live practical example. And this is not me showing off. I'm actually not showing my entire portfolio. This is me giving you an example. Now, a lot of people are leaving money on the table investing in their cash ISA. Now, the cash ISA, to me, if you access a savings account, and some of the cash ISAs are giving you 3.5, others are giving you 4%, and that is annually. But on Friday, I added a company, a specific company, that is Hims and Hers. I'm not sure why I'm showing this, either on my left or on my right, but I want to believe it's going to be here. Yeah. Hims and Hers as part of my portfolio. Hims and Hers has been part of my portfolio, but I sold out on the 5th of January 2026. I held it for 2 years. I had a target price of exit. And so when I hit my target price of $40, I actually exited. And just this past Friday, today, recording this video is the 10th. And so you can do the math to know when Friday was. That was the 8th of May. I added £1,000 I invested £1,000 into Hims and Hers. Personally, I have another price target that is $50, because I have read the company's fundamentals. The market cap at the moment is 6.1 billion. I know what a company does. I know the CEO. I know what the vision is, and so I understand. And so this is no financial advice to you. If you haven't come to see me, send an email to yardfinance25@gmail.com. But check this. Whilst you save money in your savings accounts and your cash ISAs, this is how others are becoming millionaires. So in one day, you can see that there's a return of 49.43. So in one day, Hims and Hers give me 4.95%. That is what I'm talking about. You get this annually. But then if I choose to sell this particular asset today, I make 49.43 on £1,000 invested. The last time I entered Hims and Hers, I entered at $21 and I exited at $40. I'm not saying how much I had, but it was quite a lot. It helped to build my portfolio. Now I intend to increase this shares, my Hims and Hers, to at least between £5,000 and £10,000 until I hit my next target price. Do you know how much we are talking about if I'm able to hit my target price? And my average is, say, $35. Do the maths. Whilst you leave your money in your savings accounts and your cash ISA, that is what I'm talking about. This is how millionaires are made. Let's talk about ISA millionaires and reality. And yes, ISA millionaires exist. Recently on Reddit, we had one of the youngest millionaires hitting £1 million. It is your commitment, your discipline, and your consistency. If you intend to build money in a day, the shortest season, I am sorry, you're gambling. Real wealth is created with time. And so it is imperative to know that these people who use the system properly over a long period of time, not overnight, not through gambling, but through structured investing and patience, always win. Now, what stood out with our ISA millionaire who recently hit our 1 million point is not luck. It doesn't exist. It was patience, discipline, consistency, and commitment. This will get you there. You may be wondering, in this day and age, how do you become a millionaire? By just investing. I just show you one asset, £1,000, 49 pounds should I want to withdraw the money today? If I do 1,000 pounds every month in that asset, I bet you by the end of the year, I can easily project a good 26 to 32% increment on it. And this is me being charitable. See, there are other funds that does better than I've actually quoted. You just need to know what you are doing. And I know even for my viewers, others may be smiling because there are millionaires that I see here and there. They are just quiet. It is possible. It starts with a 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500, 1,000 each month with consistency, with time. That is all that is needed. Let's talk about the part people don't like hearing. This system is powerful, but it requires your responsibility. Yes. Discipline, patience, commitment, long-term thinking. Investing isn't magic. There are down times and there are high times, but there's something called a DCA. And that is where your dollar costs on your average. And so I bought Hims & Hers. My current entry with Hims & Hers is about $27. Assume Hims & Hers drops to $20. I invest another £1,000. That drops my average from 27 to approximately 24, 25. Hims & Hers drops again to $18. I invest another £1,000 probably the next month. It drops now my average to 21. Hims & Hers now rises to 25. I am still adding consistently. It increases to 35. I am still adding all the way to 50. I am adding. By the time you realize we have hit my jackpot, that is my target price of exit. It doesn't mean you should be hesitant from there. That is my target price because I know what I intend to do with Hims & Hers. All right. By the time we hit $50, probably my average price is 32 to 33 to 35 pounds or dollars. But then I may have invested about 5,000 to 10,000 or even more. What is added is free. It is tax free. But what did I do? Consistency, time, responsibility. That is what I'm talking about. And unfortunately, people do not like to hear this. They want to stick into the bus, and then by the time they close their eye and open, they are at the next destination. You are not an investor. There is nothing like if probability. The moment you have if probability, you are trading or you are into option trades. Real investors are not into a balance of probability. They are into reality, and their reality is time, compounding, and consistency. I'm passionate about this, and I see that. Responsibility. Becoming a millionaire is possible, but it requires your diligence. All right, let's say being a millionaire is a little bit overly ambitious. Let's talk about £100,000. The first £100,000. Is that also overly ambitious? No. It is possible. 50, 100, 200, 300, 500. Cutting down. Going through that budget. Ensuring you extract out that which needs to be extracted out. And sticking to that budget will take you to the next level. The opportunity is there. The information is public. And the system already exists. But information without change is nothing. Now you have the knowledge. You have the information. Take action and change the narrative. The UK government gave us one of the most powerful wealth building tools. But the question is, who is taking advantage of this? Who is actually marginalizing this? Are you still complaining? The system is live. Take advantage of this. This is Yat Finance. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, if you haven't followed this page, I'm sorry, you have missed out. I can't wait to see you at the top. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next.